Here are the 3 levels of movement that you need to master in order to become a complete mover. In the Movement 20XX method, we categorize movement into 3 different levels. We have ground flow, low flow and high flow. And all of these different levels, they are fundamental. They contain fundamental movements that you need to master from the bottom to the top to really just use the human body to its fullest capacity and develop all this possible limberness and elasticity and strength in everywhere in your body. And these are also movements that you're going to be utilizing in different sports, from grappling and wrestling to, to stand-up sports, elemental movements that everyone needs to master. This is the ground movement. So, as the name tells, we really are on the ground level. This is the lowest level, not low in importance, but low in terms of just like spatial height, right? And this is an elemental level. Think about it like when you were a baby. Think about babies in general. Where do they start their movement? They start really from the ground. This is where they start to build their connection to their bodies and their environment. You may be crawling here, like this way, dragging yourself, but you're also rolling here. For example, learning to generate movement without pushing onto the ground with your extremities, with your arms and legs, moving here. This is basic shrimp, for example, defense. And then, of course, we have ways of falling, which means like rolling. So being able to fall and roll on the ground, even in this like a hard floor, to be able to move and roll through it without hurting yourself. These are fundamental movement skills that everyone should know how to do. How do you transfer your body weight here on the floor? How to move softly. So that's the first level of movements. In Movement 20XX, you have to learn to do some basic forward rollings, some backward rolling motions. Coming up higher from here, we go to the low level. And in these low positions, again, it just tells that instead of being very close to the ground, we come a little bit higher. And what are all the movement possibilities that open up there? Is most of these patterns are on all fours. So this is, in generally, when I talk about movement training and most of the flows that you see me do, they happen on this level, here on all fours. So 2 legs, 2 arms on the ground. And then you're doing different, you learn to, like this is the level where you actually learn to coordinate your legs and your arms together and your torso. How to move through space utilizing your arms, your legs, your core, and how to coordinate all of those together into creating very dynamic movements here. Even lizard crawl, which is low, is this is not a ground movement, this is a low flow movement. But on this level, there are also movements where I'm only on 2 legs. So bipedal movements. For example, the duck walk, the bunny hop, right? But this is a level that a lot of us just don't visit oftentimes in our daily lives and even in training. We kind of forget this, that at some point, this is where we are moving. Same as the ground movements here. We don't think about it anymore. Now we have the high flow. So this is the traditional area where people generally move and we run. This is where a lot of the sports happen. Stand-up sports, boxing, boom, boom, boom. And even though we spend a lot of time here, there's still a lot of things that we actually should be practicing also. So it's an important area that we should actually refine our control just standing up. We have movements. For example, in Movement 20XX, we have movements that are done on single leg. We have different scales, like this way, stretching the body. We have this kind of circular movements with the legs, learning to control the legs there. Balancing movements like free step. We have explosive kicking movements. We have swinging leg movements. All of these happen standing up. We also have exercises like the horse stance, which is kind of a squat walk just higher up here. Make sure you incorporate movements from all of these 3 levels into your repertoire, into your vocabulary to really become a complete mover and develop the healthiest body possible. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot of ideas for your movement. And if you'd like to learn more movements like this, you can check out the Movement Training XX. This is the course which has tons of different movements for each of these 3 levels. We also have a lot of free training material for you to get started developing your body. And this you can find at the vahvafitness.com/free. Lots of material for you to go through there to already start learning something more about your body and really developing your body to its fullest potential. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Stay strong.